Alright, so this is going to be an update here on the John Deere 3025E. So I had it at home and I did the synthetic oil change on it, and I noticed that when it was idling it seemed like it was missing. So I drained out all the fuel, even though I figured that wasn't it, and around 1500 RPMs was where you really could hear it. So I called the dealer and they said, yeah, bring it in, it shouldn't be doing that. They then told me that it was out of warranty, but there was still emissions warranty coverage, and I told them I don't care if it's in warranty or out of warranty. The thing has 90 hours on it. There's no reason there should be a miss. And I said it's got to be injectors, injector pump. I said that there's nothing else that it could possibly be. So they did some hee-hawing around with it, and they had it for over a week. I talked with the mechanic, who really didn't want to change the injectors, but the service manager said they're going to change them and that it's covered. And when they did a bench test on the original injectors, everything checked out fine, although one of the injectors was not in the same range as the others, but still within the spec for John Deere. So, and then they said they ran it like, they put it on the dyno, because the mechanic told me I wasn't running the thing hard enough, so that they put it on the dyno and ran the thing at like, I don't know, 75 or 80% load for like a couple hours. The thing came back with like 8 hours worth of time on it, so they ran the thing a long time. And it seemed fine. Well, then the other day I started and it seemed like it was missing again. So what I'm doing today is working the thing harder, because according to the mechanic, you know, most of these guys run brush hogs and stuff, and they're really working the thing hard, which I thought I was. So I'm actually working on digging out some stumps, and I can tell you the machine is definitely hot. I'm running it full throttle and digging down here to get this stump out in the middle of the screen. I'm probably going to take this pine in the middle of the screen and I'll just push that over, and then what I want to get at is this big giant one here. But first I want to get this one dug out, and then we will hopefully fill this back in and go from there. Ground is pretty saturated. Some areas of the state got between 5 and 6 inches of rain, so it doesn't look too bad here. No water filling up in the hole, but it's definitely heavy. The lifting part of it, at least, is. So we'll do some work with it today, and we'll see where it goes. I don't believe the whole thing wasn't worked hard enough, because if the thing just sat, you shouldn't have missing. There shouldn't be an issue with that. And we have the same Yanmar engines at work, and those engines sit months at a time not running, and then they use them and run them. They don't have that issue. So. All right. So this looks like it's going to take a bit. Let me get this cleaned up here, and you might have to put a chain around and try pulling it. Alright, so I got it hooked around one of the bigger roots. We'll see what we can do. I did scoop up a load of sand in the bucket because I think it's going to take everything to get this to move. And I'm thinking I might let the chain out a little bit further, just so that I'm further up that way and lessen this hole. Alright, round two. Alright, we're going to try this. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll try it. Alright, here we go again. That's what I kind of thought. It felt like it was loose on the side. I just had to get it from the right angle to pull it. So luckily we got sand out here. This stuff digs pretty easy. Like I said, it was wet, so it's definitely heavy, and that was the smaller. That one there is much bigger, but I guess I got some of the work already done here digging this up. Maybe I'll just leave that one because that one's big enough, but tractor's definitely warm. You can feel the heat coming off the engine, so I hope they don't say I'm not working it hard enough. Also, by pulling this, I also had a bucket full of sand. I did that for the extra weight. So if you push really hard, you can get the tractor to snub out. That's a decent sized root ball there. Well, this is all the further I'm going to get for today. I'm almost completely out of fuel. So I think this whole thing to get this stump out was just about 2 hours is what I spent on this. So I thought I had enough fuel in the thing, but I guess not. You know, sometimes that gauge is deceiving. It seems like it reads quarter for a while, but it's reading E, and I looked inside, there's not much in there, so I'll have to bring 5 gallons out the next time I come out. But I definitely want to get this stump out. This is the bigger of the two that were here. I think it'll come out. It'll just take some doing, and then I can hopefully get this flattened back down again. That should work out pretty well. But it's nice knowing you can actually get the stumps out. It just takes a little bit of time, and I don't know, I don't say any patience, but just time basically. So tractor seemed to work fine. Like I said, it was really warm. We'll take a look at it here in a second. All right, so here it is. They did change the injectors, like I said, and I double checked to make sure. They're definitely brand new injectors because they aren't painted black like the rest of the engine. So they did change them, but it's just odd that was the solution, was to change injectors, because it was missing at a certain RPM. They said otherwise they couldn't figure anything out, and they dynoed the heck out of the thing. They worked it really super hard. So I don't know what else it really could be, but we'll just kind of keep rolling with it and working the thing. Like I said, today it got really warm. Also, when I got it back from them, it also seemed to like work different. The steering seemed different. So I don't know if like the components just weren't broken completely, that by them putting it on the dyno and running it for like 2 hours at a certain percent, it was 80% load or whatever, if that kind of wore everything in or what. But like I said, that really shouldn't matter. And this thing's not designed, I would say it's not designed for commercial use, so it's not like someone's going to be like just pounding this thing day in and day out. This is a residential unit. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. That's going to be it for now.